Thought I'm a perfect, proper kind of gentleman. So, okay, let's start from the beginning. Well, I got the role and I was like, wow, I'm a little worried because I look young. I look too young to play these kids' dad, you know. So I was like, how do I bring 350 years to the screen, even though I don't look, you know, old enough to be their father? So I did a lot of research on Carlile. Just where he was born, and then I kind of mapped out his travels, like all 350 years. I did like a history lesson of where Carlyle's travels would have taken him, and so that was kind of fun for me because if anything else, I felt like, hey, I know a lot more than the rest of the cast, so I can I'll have that in my back pocket that I'm wiser than them because I know 350 years of history. So I kind of worked on that to bring his, you know, how he would, to bring his age, you know, to the screen. And then I worked on, you know, his movements, and I thought he was kind of a gentle soul, so the way I walk and the way I speak, I wanted it to be very gentle and compassionate. Even the way I speak, I think is a lot breathier than my normal way of speaking, because I kind of felt like when you hear Carlile, it should be soothing. You know, there's something soothing about his voice. And then, you know, I thought about him being from England, and I was like, well, I don't want to do a full-blown English accent because he's been gone from England for so long, at least a century. And I think he would have learned to tone it down by the time, you know, you see him. Otherwise, people would be like, are you from England? Every 2 seconds. So what I did was I kind of, it's more of a mid-Atlantic kind of speech that I took, and then I just tried to tone it down to make it really subtle. So a lot of people, when they heard, you know, in Eclipse, they were like, did you thicken your accent? I'm like, no, I just spoke more. I don't have any lines in New Moon. And so I always had it through all 3 movies. I think that people became more aware of it in the 3rd one just because I had more to say. When I spoke to Stephanie Meyer about it, you know, we had already shot like 2 weeks work on Twilight, and before I had met Stephanie, and she came to the set, and I said, you know, I just want to talk to you about one thing. I'm not doing an English accent. And she said, why would you? I said, no, well, he's from England. She said, no, I think you would have lost it by then. But, you know, I kind of felt like it was the right, for me as Carlile, I wanted to have a flavor there. I didn't want him to read contemporary, I think, at the end of the day. And I thought if I had that subtle accent, if he spoke more proper, and, you know, I took that accent and toned it way down, you'd get the flavor.